You ever notice that if a far-right Nazi mass shooter claims to be non-binary, every conservative media figure accepts it unflinchingly, and in fact, they continue to propagate it long after it's been thoroughly debunked and disproven? But if a far-right Nazi mass shooter claims to be a far-right Nazi, every right-winger on Earth is incredulous to the point of absurdity, denying it even as evidence to support it pours in like a tidal wave? Funny how that works, huh? Well, no, it's actually not funny at all. You know what is funny, though? Remember that old Christian comic where they drew what they think an American high school is like in our new Godless America? And it looks totally awesome. First off, everyone has a gun, so good luck shooting up that school. Look at this edgy badass with his drugs shirt. Or this guy literally just has an angry monkey on his shirt and it says, "My ancestor." Like, holy fuck. Who knew Darwinism was so edgy and badass? I always wish someone would make these shirts for real. Well, now someone has. Me! Introducing 2 new shirts that are guaranteed to turn you from a friendless loser with 0 prospects in life into a friendless loser with 0 prospects in life who looks like a goddamn badass. And to celebrate the introduction of these revolutionarily new sexy designs, for the first 24 hours or so, you can save 25% with a coupon code that goes a little something like this. Oh yeah, that's right. TJ is your king 25, all caps. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. The link is in the description. Tucker Carlson is moving his show to Twitter full-time, just as I have pretty much given up on that place. And that leads me to feel very vindicated in my decision, by the way. I do plan to reemerge on Blue Sky when and if that ever gets going. And if that fails, I'll just have to live without a place to share my every insipid little notion, every little bauble that enters my mind. Tucker recently put out a video, by the way, explaining how the media lies to us. He says that it's not so much that they tell outright mistruths, but that they leave out vital context in order to shape the narrative. Pretty bold of him to come out and say that, since that's the exact tactic he has used time and time again to push his explicitly right-wing narrative on his now canceled Fox News show. I also think it's funny that a guy who shit-talked Trump in private while sucking his cock on TV every night is now lecturing us about the virtues of honesty. I installed a bidet on my toilet, a Lux Bidet Neo 120. Bought it on Amazon, cost me $36, was a total pain in the ass to install, because I found out that whoever put in my toilet in the first place was a goddamn psychopath. I don't even want to explain to you some of the things I saw. You know, parts didn't fit, things were jerry-rigged in a nightmare of plumbing that would have made Mario say, "Oh fuck no!" But through grit and guile, I made things work, and now I can spray water at my asshole. So yeah, basically the greatest victory in American history. Also, I crashed my car. I was pulling out of a Raising Cane's, and I smashed into some old lady in a 2007 Toyota Sienna. Banged the fuck out of the front of my car. So that's going to cost me a few bucks. Not to mention, once Scotty and Paul find out about it, I'm sure I'll get roasted by them. My wife was pretty upset at me. She accused me of being oblivious. "I can't believe you didn't see that car." I did see it. I saw it before, during, and after, crashing directly into it. I got a really close view, in fact. Little old lady was pretty cool, though. She just shrugged at me like, "Well, that's life, Sonny Jim." She really had no reason to care. Her Toyota Sienna was already a total piece of shit anyway. I guess that's the advantage of riding around in a big old heap of shit. Even if you smash it up, who cares? Wendys is going to test some AI chatbots to take your order at the drive-thru. I'm all for it. I prefer artificial intelligence to actual stupidity. My only request of Wendys is this: don't make the thing overly pleasant. I don't want it to ask me about my day or to bloviate about the specials or whatever. Just have it be a brusque asshole who just says, what do you want?" and hurries you along. And hey, why not give it a celebrity voice? I'm thinking like Bob Hoskins. Or hey, you know what? How about Dave Thomas? Bring his old ass back from the grave to take my order. I want his little soul trapped in that speaker box. I want that to be canon. Speaking of AI bringing people back from the dead, I guess Timbaland is going to feature an AI Biggie Smalls in some of his new music. I don't really know who Timbaland is, but I'm pretty sure Biggie Smalls would shoot him in the face before collaborating with him. But I guess in this brave new world of AI this and AI that, Biggie Smalls will collaborate with anyone. It's very egalitarian, but in the worst way. I hate that we live in a country where healthcare is not a human right, where you're not entitled to housing or food or water, but everyone gets to collaborate with Biggie. At least it's an interesting dystopia, am I right? By the way, the Bud Light saga refuses to die. Recently in Toronto, an anti-gay hate mob attacked a man and a woman who dared to buy some Bud Light at the store. Apparently, the people didn't even buy Bud Light. They were buying some other beverage that I guess the can had a rainbow on it, which Bud Light's can does not have a rainbow on it. So this is where I'm going to announce the beginning of my eugenics arc. You know, from now on, whenever I talk about people like this, I'm going to pepper the commentary with snip snip references, which is my new code for this is an example of the kind of person who should not be allowed to reproduce. And the pack of morons that were waiting outside of a store to accost any and all Bud Light drinkers, and yet they don't even know what Bud Light looks like, they should not be allowed to reproduce. And if any of them already have, well, you know, what are incinerators for? I'm the Amazing Atheist, and if you were offended by anything I just said, it was a joke. If you agree with it, though, I was serious. Peace the fuck out. Oh, and don't forget to buy those shirts.